Hello everybody, my name is Anthnwam. Welcome to what might be the longest Stormgate game ever played. I usually don't look at the timer before we actually started recording, right? Because it spoils things. If I know the game lasts 10 minutes and we're at 8 minutes and one player is so far ahead of the other, so far ahead, then obviously I know who's going to win before you know who's going to win. You know, I know there's no chance of comeback. But this time, I had to see the timer, right? It is, I will actually show you the timer as well because it doesn't actually make any difference. This is a 2-hour, 44-minute game. This game, it's almost 3 hours long. Well, we're not going to watch the entire thing. Well, we're not going to watch it all at 1 time speed. I think that would be a little crazy. At some points, we're going to go probably 2 times speed. Maybe 4 times. I doubt we'll go to 8 or 16 times, but we'll have to kind of see what happens, right? But anyways, to introduce our players up here in the, or down here, I guess I should say, in the blue, we got Areff playing as the Vanguard. Up here in the top, we have in the red, playing the Infernals, we got msrm. So msrm right now, at least, is in the top 10 of the leaderboard. Areff, I believe, is in the top 50 or something like that. I think they were both around top 25 when this game was played. I think this is now a few weeks old at this point. I've been meaning to cast this for a while, but when you have something that's like, you know, 3 hours long, it's a little difficult to kind of get into it, right? Because you're like, that's a big time commitment to do 3 hours. But what do we have coming out? So out of msrm, we've got our Conclave, Iron Vault tier, and the expansion. A little bit of Dog Harass. And I know I haven't actually looked at the game too much. So I apologize for that. But we do have a, Barracks, Lancer coming out here, Habitat out here as well. And we are playing on Broken Crown, because that's the map that apparently every single game I'll ever cast was played on. But I mean, I think, like, I'm not going to go immediately up to 2 times speed. We'll kind of see, like, how things go. Because obviously, if you know anything, the Ludamites, there is like a set amount, right? I actually don't know what the number is. Probably like 4,000 Ludamite per stone patch. And I believe Therium is infinite. So it's a little bit like StarCraft Brood War in that way, where there was a limited amount of minerals, but there was an infinite amount of gas. Unlike StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2, there's finite minerals, finite gas. But in StarCraft Brood War, the geysers, when they get depleted, you still mine them, but you only just mine at 2 at a time. Now, I believe there is infinite Therium. I don't think these patches go away. I have never seen it happen, but if it's going to happen, it'll be in this game. But Stormgate's a little bit interesting, right? Because we have the Ludamite. These rocks are finite. However, there are the camps on the map, right? We got the resource camps. We have you got the speed camps, you got the vision camps, you got the health camps that have the little creeps at them. And when the creeps die, they do get, you get some resources out of them. You get like 40 out of the resource camps, 25. I know this is like for level 1. You get a little bit of resources out of them. Now, I also don't know, are those infinite? Because if they're infinite, there is technically an infinite amount of resources on the map. Also, I feel like the game's a little bit loud. I don't know if I'm going crazy, though. Anyways, Areff is in here, trying to put a little bit of pressure. He's going to get pushed out, though. Not doing any real damage. I think he almost took down a turret. No, actually, no. He's not done any damage. Just, like, the energy on that. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to turn down the audio ever so slightly. Let's put that down, like, 19%. Sounds good. I guess this is the energy bar for the Infernals. So, so I guess for Infernals, we actually get to see how much energy they have. We will never be able to know, though, for the Vanguard. We do have a second Barracks. We did see that he was getting an upgrade. And he's going to sell his Bionic Lab immediately, because he's going to go for a Foundry. Probably is going to be the plan. So I'm guessing I guess there's actually, if you're not going to go Exos, there's not a reason to keep the Bionetics Lab. After you've gotten your upgrade that you want, you got the upgrade for the Lancers. Once you have that, I guess if you're not going to Exos, you don't need the Biolab. And you could just sell it for the resources. The smack, you know what, actually, I don't know if the smacks are based on your audio levels. I know that the audio levels are a little bit busted in Stormgate right now. But we do have these Lancers. They are being very, very annoying. It does mean that msrm cannot really get out on the map too much. is getting some kills. He is going to pull out. I don't even think he lost a Lancer in that engagement. Did he have the health camp? He does. He's going to go back for the heal. You know, he gets some damage done. He doesn't actually lose any Lancers. So that's pretty good. He's got some reinforcements coming in here. Actually, no, he didn't go for a Foundry. He went for a third barracks. He hasn't gotten his expansion yet. So it looks like Areff is trying to kind of close this game out as quickly as possible. But the fool does not know. He does not know that this is not going to be ending anytime soon. We're getting 5 towers out here in the expansion. We are up to our level 2 shrine in the main. And we have our level 2 command post in... I guess, does it get changed? Does the name change from command post to like command center or something like that when it upgrades? I'm not too sure. We do got our second habitat. And we do have another push coming in here. One tower is going to fall again. They just have so much HP. I think he did put his a shield on one of these Lancers to give him the extra 1,000 HP. Second tower is going to fall. Like, it looks good for Areff. Like, he's getting the damage in. His Lancers basically are just not dying. Like, he has one here that's very, very low. He's going to get... And he's going to get them all out again. He does more economic damage. He destroys more towers, destroys more units. And he doesn't actually lose anything at all. He's got more units coming in here as well. More Lancers. I think... Yeah, all 5 towers actually have gone down here. It looks like one Lancer is going to fall. That might be like one of his first casualties. Now he's getting 5 more turrets in the back. Second one, another one's going to fall down. He's going to lose another one. These actually are not even getting canceled, so this is just a full resource loss for all of these towers. That's like 175 times 3. 225 resources lost. Because if you don't cancel, you don't get the Fiend, you don't get your imp back either, so you just lose out the cost of the imp as well. So it's a lot of damage being done. Now this is incredibly annoying for msrm. Got 2 workers here not doing anything. Is he going... I mean, when's he going to expand, right? Because there's going to be a point, obviously, because again, that game is 2 hours and 45 minutes long. There's going to be a point where Areff is going to realize, I cannot actually win with my constant pushes, and he needs to expand, and he needs to get more bases up. We got more Lancers here. This Lancer is going to change this Fiend. So the Fiend's going to come in here. He's going to get the Scout. He's going to be like, oh, you don't have you don't have your expansion. He might have taken a sneaky third, but I mean, if you're being this aggressive out on the map, there's no reason to kind of hide your third base. Okay, Fiend is out here. Almost gets a kill on the ball, but not quite. And honestly, I'm actually a little curious right now. Why are you mining so much Therium? If he's only building Lancers, he can't even build Exos. Why are you banking your Therium? It just seems like a waste. When you could be getting an expansion up and use your workers for that, he has 5 on Therium, and I don't know why. He's going to deny the upgrade building here for msrm, so he's not going to get those upgrades for his units, at least not quite yet. He's going to need to rebuild that probably in his main base. I'll be honest, I don't know why he didn't build it in his main to begin with, because you know that Lancers are coming back, so I don't know why you'd put it like right in the very front. That's okay, but he does have his shield. He's going to get these guys out. Again, only losing a handful, a small handful of Lancers there. Okay, so it looks like, are you going to go... Okay, going to go for his expansion. Now, he mined as much Therium as he wanted for... I guess he's going to probably get Foundries at some point. Like, that would just make sense. Like, why would he mine so much? Unless you're going to get some air units, if you're going to go get some... You get some Foundry units. Okay, so he's going to rebuild his Bionetics lab. Because he actually sold one of his barracks to build even more... habitats here. But he's coming in here for another attack. Like, he has so many... Okay, that Iron Vault is going to fall immediately. He's got so many towers. But even, like, they just tickle the Lancers. But when there's this many, like, you can't really get a good surround on these buildings. Like, this one's basically, you can't kill it. Hard to kill these ones. These ones in the back, it's hard to kill as well. Okay, one Lancer is down. And you're not even going to get this one? It's crazy, man. It's crazy how strong these Lancers have been. I mean, they're strong in the sense that they haven't taken a lot of damage. He hasn't taken that many casualties. But they're kind of weak in a sense where they haven't actually gotten the damage done that they need to do. Right? Like, this expansion, it hasn't died this entire time. He's been mining pretty consistently this entire time. Like, he's had to use some of the imps, of course, to build some of these towers. But like this is probably at the point where this is now too many towers. Like even though you got a handful of upgraded Lancers, a couple of them are at level 1. It's not enough to probably break through this, especially if you don't have the range. Like now he's getting a couple of Exos, which are somewhere. I did see them get built. One Lancer is going to go down. You are going to live? Yes, he is. Okay. Because like he's lost, like not many. Okay, he's now got his 3rd base up. So he's, you know, quickly got in his 2nd, quickly got in his 3rd, getting a lot of Ludamite. As long as, you know, if Areff can deny MSRM from ever leaving his base. Like, he's got a Lancer over here to make sure you can't cut down these trees, take this base. But if, you know, if Areff can just make sure MSRM can never get up his 3rd expansion, he would eventually be able to take the entire map, be able to just outproduce MSRM. But that doesn't seem possible. Okay, we got another Magmadon out here. Does he have the stun? Because the stun, if he can stun a bunch of these Lancers, have them all just get shot by turrets, I mean, that'd be pretty good for him. That'd be pretty good for him. Okay, now he's got all of his workers out on the Ethereum. All of this is enriched as well. So this is going to be very, very valuable for MSRM. He actually doesn't have that much production. He's got 1 Iron Vault. He's got 1 Conclave. And that's all of his production. So he's not really building like that large of an army. He does have a Doombringer out here now. I wonder, actually, would it make sense for you to kind of bring your Doombringer here, go all the way down, and then, like, try to maybe, like, take this base? I know it's close to Areff, but, like, maybe that would make some sense. He's bringing 2 Magmadons across the map, going to be hitting this expansion, but he does have already a handful of Exos here. Should be able to kind of zone this out. Okay, he is getting some stuns. The Exos, 1 goes down, 2 is going to go down, 3 and 4. Now, the Magmadons, I don't think they're going to be able to actually get out. The Doombringer is going to leave on, like, 1 HP left. And are you just going to break down these trees and try to get out of here? Or are you going to try... Okay, he's going to get out. I'm kind of stunned he got out. I didn't think that was actually going to happen. Because it's like 1 HP away. So we're going to have you going to take this vision camp. So it looks like Areff, he still has the map control. He's got vision as well, which is good. And what's your plan? Is your plan just to kind of sit by this 3rd base? Now we do see MSRM is now getting his own expansion. His health camp is now up to level 4. Which is pretty tough to kind of deal with. Because this is still level 2. Like, this is an easy health camp to get. Now does anybody know? I know I will not have an answer to this question from any of the comments. Does anybody know what the max level for a health camp is? Or for any camp for that matter? Because I'm assuming in this game, we will see what the maximum is. Okay, so Doombringer's here. He's going to get out of going to be able to get that out. Going to get his own health camp, heal up his own units, which is nice to see. He's getting an upgrade. He does have a hangar up here as well. Going to get a handful of Hornets out. So I'm assuming he's going to be getting his Exo upgrades here. He doesn't have any medics on the field quite yet. Not that he really needs them. In the Hornet, it'll be good for kind of zoning out the Doombringer, which is kind of just like hanging around on the map. You got... Oh, wait. Okay. There we go. Okay, so he's going to try to teleport back. He is going to do it, which is great. I will say sometimes when I try to like middle mouse scroll, it kind of breaks a little bit, which is a little annoying. Like, it just, like, kind of completely sends the camera off in a completely random direction. A direction which I do not want it to actually go in. Now, this is a scary army. He's got a lot of Exos. He's got a lot of Lancers. He's going to take out this. He might actually be able to take out his expansion as well. A couple of Imps are transferring. He's got a lot of Magmadons out here, though. Going to take out that 3rd. Is he going to be able to get out of here? He's got so many Magmadons. He's got so much stun as well. Like, they are stuck. This might actually be a complete wipe of Areff's army. He's going to lose a lot of his Exos. Lancers are going to get out. The pathing here is just kind of messing up a little bit. Okay. He needs to get out. And he lost half his army. I mean, again, he did take out the 3rd base. Which is probably worth it. But it's still, that is a lot of units he did lose there. Do you have any range? He has like 1 Gaunt. So he has like, not really. If you take out this Gaunt, he has no actual answer to these Hornets at the moment. So he does that. See how it like kind of like throws the camera off in a completely random direction. I did not click. Now, this is a big army from msrm. Misram? Do you think it's pronounced Misram? Okay. Well, we got 3 Hornets right now. Basically, they just get free damage. There's nothing that msrm can actually do at this moment. He's going to send 2 Megalodons out to this worker line. Is he going to get all of those Bobs killed? I mean, basically all of them. He's got like 1 at the very, very back. This sentry is almost dead. Now, this push has been denied. Okay, Hornets out here. Going to be able to kind of deal with this. He's got 4 Hornets actually out at the moment. He's going to do another counter attack. He's getting his 3rd base back up and running. And how's the economy? So he's actually got his 4th up here as well. So we're at 7. His main has already been mined out. The main for both bases actually have already been mined out. Which is a little scary, right? So now, I mean, we do see msrm actually does have more bases now effectively because, of course, Areff is only on 2. Well, now he's also kind of on 2 as well because this one is getting denied by these Hornets here. Now, the turrets, they do shoot in the air. But if you can just kind of get them killed off... I mean, these 2 turrets over here are not going to do anything. Now, the Hornets, they don't do too much damage, right? They kind of just like... Oh, he's got some of the little Scourge guys. I actually don't know what their name is because I literally have never seen them yet. But they act basically the exact same as the Scourge from StarCraft Brood War. So they are just going to chase this guy forever. I don't even know if do you have anything to stop this? No. So all of his Hornets are going to go down. I love the placeholder here as well. Like, it doesn't have an animation. It doesn't have any textures on it. It's just a big little red guy. Yeah, so he's got his air bases here as well. So, what's his plan? Because he built 3 of them, which is quite a much. We might see some Spriggans come out, like maybe. I'm not too sure though, to be honest with you. Got some more Hornets here. Do a little bit more worker harass here. I guess they're really just here to zone out Hornets. Okay, so he's gonna be able to tank a handful of shots here. Now, normally... Okay, that's... the speed boost is incredible. Okay, so 1 Hornet's going to go down. This one has to leave. Is it going to go down as well? Yes, it is. Because unlike... So, like, in Brood War, usually, you might see some Scourge. They'll chase some Corsairs around. And the way you stop that is you have a couple of turrets. The Scourge, they fly over the turrets, they die. Now, unfortunately for Areff, he doesn't have any buildings that can actually really deal with air. The only thing he has is the Exos. But they are not in a position. So you have to send your... Hornets to the Exos so that the Exos are able to shoot down the little flying bat guys. Okay, so Fiend here is going to go down. We do see some Vulcans out on the field now as well. So he's got his 3 Foundries. He does have a turret here now, which is good. That'll help deal with the suicide air bombers. So we got 3 barracks, 2 barracks, 3 Foundries, and a 3 barracks, 3 Foundries, and a hangar bay here. Couple of Fiends are going to go around. This area is opened up. Does he have anything actually over here? He does not. He's got a couple of medics. And the medics, I mean, they do theoretically do some damage. Not a ton, but some. So I wonder when like these bases are going to expire as well. Because obviously, msrm's been mining up his natural expansion for a lot longer than Areff has. So this is going to be the next base that's going to expire. Followed by you. He needs to take this base. I mean, he needs to take every base. He needs more money. He actually needs more production as well. Again, I really can't see... why are you so close to the ground? Or is it just a perspective trick? I don't know. But he's going to need to get some more resources. Bob's going to come out here. Are they going to walk straight to these Fiends? Like, they are upgraded, so he might be able to actually fight them off. Okay, 1 Fiend's going to go down. Okay, so the Fiends are going to get zoned out. Excellent. He's actually not going to lose a single Bob, which is fantastic. But, I mean, the economies for both sides are looking very, very healthy. We do see our 4th base coming out. So here's the thing. Do I call it a 4th base or I call it the 5th base? Because the 1st base... I mean, I guess it's still mining Therium. So, yeah, we'll call it the 5th base. This is now on its way for msrm. So, we're going to have 5 base versus 5 base. I mean, it's looking... Like, again, like, this is the thing, right? We're kind of in, like, a stalemate situation. We do see Areff coming in here. Put some pressure on. He's going to try to deny this base, trying to get this killed off. But with the Hellborn here, with a lot of Megalodons getting the stuns, I can't see this working very well. So we do have the like Nano Swarm here. It's going to give the area effect healing for a couple of these units. But I think they're all going to go down regardless. The Hellborn there are very, very powerful. Imps are going to get out of here. But, like, these Megalodons are taking an absolute beating from these Vulcans. We got a couple of you. You're going to be able to get this Hornet killed off. And this army is going to die before it can actually destroy this base. Yeah. So they're not making it. They are absolutely not making it. We got another Vulcan, some more Lancers out here as well. So we're going to have probably a Lancer Vulcan composition coming out of Areff. And you're going to try to get these guys out of here. The Doombringer, he's just kind of like hanging around. He's not really doing anything at all. Okay. We got the Megalodons coming here for the stun. All these Vulcans should go down. I don't think you should be reinforcing this position at this point. I mean, but you're also not really building too much. I mean, what he really wants is that he wants this killed off. Okay, he is going to pull back, which is fantastic to see. You're actually a level 2 Lancer. Congratulations to my good Lancer friends. We do have a Therium base coming over here for msrm. We'll be able to get all of these Therium patches. Now, this does make sense of the location. If you put it here, it's just like a little bit too vulnerable to the high ground. Have they been collecting the resource camps? One of them's been taken. Okay, no, 2 of them have been taken, but not too much, which I guess makes sense. The thing with the resource camps, at least for me personally, they're only worth like 40 gold, which is not that much. I mean, it's good if you're playing as the... Oh, we have Dragon coming out here, which actually makes perfect sense. Because, you know, of course, this is going to be a long game. There have been a lot of units killed, so having a Dragon here is very reasonable. It's going to deny this Therium base. How much energy does he have? So this is out of 1,000. He's got about 100 energy at the moment. Got a couple of Lancers and Vulcans coming out here, but he has nothing at all to deal with this Dragon. He has no anti-air whatsoever. The Vulcans do not hit air. He needs to get either some Expos. He has like 1 turret, or he needs to get some more aircraft. But even then, I think the Hornets like would not last very long against the Dragon at all. He's going to do a little bit of damage to these workers. I mean, the Fiends are, of course, not going to do too much here. We do a push onto this Therium base. He's getting a couple of towers up here. So this is going to go down. This base is probably going to go down as well. This is, I think, a little bit too well protected at the moment. But he has a Dragon coming in. Got his Hellborn coming in here as well. And again, like, if the Dragon can get over here, like, there's no defense at all. Like, I think you just target down this. Like, these units are dead because of the Dragon. Like, you can't... like, they're not fast enough to get out of here. The Dragon's going to be able to catch up to them. So one's going to go down. He's going to get the worker kills, which is nice. Because even if he doesn't actually kill the base, killing the workers means that it's not going to be mining as effectively for at least a little while. He's got a good chunk of reinforcements coming in here with a handful of Expos. Which, again, you need to try to kill off this Dragon. The Dragon has to die. At least until he gets another one. They are 5... No, they're 300 energy each. So they're not even that much, that expensive in terms of energy. It's 300 and then they're 500, if I'm remembering correctly. And they have like a big... They have like a fire breath attack, which allows them to basically do similar to like what the Gaunts do. Which is infect the units, and when the infected units die, they turn into Fiends. So the Dragon's almost like a very powerful flying Gaunt. If you want to kind of think of it that way. Even though I don't know if that really works as an analogy in this situation. Okay, I've got a Dragon coming in here. It is going to get zoned out a little bit. Can a Dragon actually not fight air? Okay, but he's got a couple of Scourges. No, okay, yes it can. But he's going to pull back, make sure he gets a little bit... I'm just going to call him Scourge. Because that's just an easy way for me to remember them. But he's got a couple of Scourge here. Going to come over to the Therium base. He's got 18 Bobs on this Therium. And he's actually going to get the massive infection. So these are all going to slowly turn into Fiends. Which is going to make the damage even worse here for poor old Areff. But like on the Hornets, they can't really engage too well. Because these little, the little Scourge here will be able to get some good damage in. Okay, here comes the Scourge. Going to take out at least one of these Hornets. Where are the Exos? The Exos are here. He's actually got more Scourge as well. He's got a lot of Brutes. And a couple of Magmanauts coming over here as well. Do we know what his upgrades are? I don't really think so. I don't know if he's got like his Flame Imps. I'm assuming he has his Brute upgrades. We know he has his Magmadon upgrades. So that, you know, the upgrade that makes the Brute split into 3 instead of 2. That is a lot of Scourge. These Hornets, they cannot fight this. At least not quite yet. So he's not even going to mine from this base. Okay, so his natural has now been mined out. what's your plan here, my good friend? You're just going to kind of go home for the time being? That's fair. Get a little bit of white health back. Very understandable. So you need to build, yeah. So he's getting some sentries here. Probably like 4 even might be the correct number here. So we have this base, which I've literally have never seen taken in a game before. We have this one for msrm, which makes sense because again he's mining out faster than Areff is. So he's going to need to take this base. Even though again it is very susceptible to some high ground damage. If you can get some atlases up here maybe at some point in the future, could be pretty good. He did sell one of his foundries. I'm guessing to make some more barracks here. I'm surprised he's not got any mech upgrades. Not that I guess he has any real mech units. I mean, the only upgrade for the Vulcan is the dash ability, which I don't know if it's really that useful. Is he going to take this base here? I believe he is. Now, you do see that there is some Shroud here. So, I mean, theoretically, msrm could put some units here and actually have them passively heal their white health while also dealing damage to this base. That's a lot of cannons. That is a lot of turrets. We have a lot of fiends here. They're going to get the blind bomb. Okay, but that is also a lot of hornets. I'm going to be able to deal with all of these fiends without too much hassle. Not even that many bobs actually went down either. You need to put down more turrets, my man. Okay, he's going to take out this vision camp. He's going to take this healing flower. Does the healing flower affect air units? Yes, it does. Okay, so we got his Scourge. I'm surprised. He almost has enough energy, you can see here, for a second dragon. And he should have the economy for it as well. Like, where is his army? I think his army is basically just the dragon. I don't know if he has any actual units aside from that. He's got a lot of turrets. Oh, no, actually, never mind. He's got a couple of Hellband over here as well. Okay, so Vision Camp is going to go down. He does need to send a unit over here to actually take this, because just killing the creeps does not give you the Vision Camp. But, I mean, you do get the energy out of that for killing the creeps. You do get the resource out of that as well. So I guess he actually does need the Vision Camp, because he has all the towers here anyways. But, I mean, right now, like, msrm's army is 5 Hellbound, 5 Hellborns, a couple of Magmadons, and the Dragon. That's really where he's at right now. He needs to just use these turrets just to kill a bunch of these resource camps. Yeah, there you go. Or send a dragon. Anything really works here. Because you say we take in the middle of the resource camps as well. Like, basically, msrm's plan right now is just to cut the map in half. And you know what? We'll actually go up to speed 2 for at least right now. So we have the speed camp here going down. We got a couple of imps putting even just more towers. We got a large amount of... That is a shit ton of fiends. That is a big fiend army. Going to get them, get their speed camp up. But this also is a decent amount of towers. Okay, going to send his fiends back in here. Got the flyers zoning them out. Let's go back down to speed 1 so we can actually see what the fuck's happening. But the fiends are going to get one again, get zoned out. We do have a couple of atlases. We have the little science vessel here as well. Okay. And one of the funny things, too, about the atlases is that you can actually pick them up in the dropship while they're in siege mode. They do not need to unsiege in order to get put into the dropships. They can just do it whenever the fuck they feel like it, which is just insane. I can't imagine that's going to last in the future patches. Okay, but he does have his atlases, which is good to see. I'm happy to see the atlases. They are going to be needed if you want to deal with all of these turrets. Does he have his mech bay? Yes, he does. He's going to get some of those upgrades. Probably his upgrades for his dropship. Probably going to get the fire upgrade for the Atlas as well. Okay, so you have a couple of imps coming in here. Probably just put down more towers. This base is now mined out. You have mined out. You have mined out. We're probably about, I want to say, 5, maybe not 5. 5 minutes probably a little bit, within 10 minutes. We'll probably see the entire map mined out. Because, like, these are going to be, like, the last 2 bases, obviously. But we're down... Like, half the base on the map have already been mined out. Again, you have the Therium, which is nice. I mean, you do have the Infinite Therium. But unlike, there's not really any Therium-heavy units. Therium-heavy, while also being mineral light. Like, in StarCraft, you have the High Templar, right? There are 50 minerals, 150 gas. So if you're in a situation where there's no minerals on the map, but you have a lot of gas, you have a unit that you can actually use for that. Or the Ghosts, I think, are 25 minerals, 75 gas. For the Zerg, is there anything that's... I don't know if Zerg actually have a low mineral, high gas unit. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Mutas are 100, 100. I mean, Scourge are 25, 75 as well, but they're only, they're anti-air units, so they don't really matter too much. Also, the Atlas, so the Atlas does have friendly fire. So, like, if you can do, like, some fiend drops like he's doing basically right now, these units are going to get killed by friendly fire. He has his flame ability. So what's going to happen is you're just going to end up killing your own units with the Atlas. You turn one of these guys into a fiend, all the Atlases shoot at them, and they kill all the units in the area. Especially with the area effect fire damage as well. Like, it's just not going to be great for Areff. But we now see Areff is also himself throwing down a bunch of sentries around the map. What's your plan? You gotta have flame on at this point, right? Okay, so he's got his flame on, but they are going to all get killed by the Atlases here. So he's got, what, two? Two Atlases at the moment. Okay, Scourge coming in here. They are going to take down one of these Hornets. 12 and 11. This base is now mined out for msrm. So, like, here's the thing. Do you just put down more turrets? Or do you do flame on? I mean, I guess you could do, like, half and half. It's not one or the other. You can do both. Okay, here comes the Hornets doing a little bit of damage. She's basically trying to deny all these all the turrets from coming down. All the towers. But, like, he's got so many Scourge. Okay, he's gonna get do not allow your dropship with the two Atlases to get destroyed by the Scourge. That would be devastating for you. Now, again, we don't know how many resources each player has. But everyone is beginning to mine out. At this point, I think you just, like, start killing health camps, even if you don't need to, just for the money. Like, this one's been killed off. Resource camp, you're at level 3, you're at level 2, you're at level 3. How many energy does he have? He's at 100. Or actually, no, he's at 200, I should say. Yeah, like, this is, like, 20... He has 29 workers on these two Therium patches. And, msrm, a little bit more respectable, only 23. Yeah, like, this is basically mined out. You're basically mined out. You're mined out. This is, like, mined out for Therium, right? It's like you have, like, one patch. And you just got a bunch of guys waiting for it to spawn in. Okay, so this speed camp is going to fall. Actually, the creeps actually do kill one of the towers, which is a little funny. But we'll go up to, once again, up to speed 2. Got a couple of Atlases moving in here. Yeah, they do outrange the towers, so like, this is going to be good for Areff. Just kind of put a little bit of pressure. And actually can start bombing this base. He needs a little bit of vision. I don't think he can see that far. But you also don't want to go too far out. There we go. So he's going to be able to kill a handful of imps here. Okay, the Horde's going to try to fly in, but like you're not going to see any damage here. You need to take out these turrets. That's a lot of turrets. But the poor old Hornets, I think one of the Atlases did go down. Going to take down a few more turrets here. Like, this is almost mined out. You're mined out. You're mined out. Yeah, so there's basically also, like, no Therium either. Like, there's a small amount. It is so loud. There's a very, very small amount of Therium on the map at this point, right? Like, it's all getting mined out. Right now, so we have 2 mining bases for msrm. Areff is still currently at 3 bases. So the income is a little bit better. So he's going to do a little bit of damage to you guys. Not enough to really get it killed, but I'm going to get some heals on these bobs. We got more sentry posts coming down. I mean, we're very close to this map being mined out. What's that dragon up to? Just kind of hanging out, just kind of chilling. We have, what, 5 Hellborn here. A lot of... He's built... I want to know how many Scourge he's built. He's built a lot. Now, the game is lagging. At least a little bit. What if I put down, like, speed 2.25 and go back up? Sometimes that can fix it. But there's going to be, like, a lot of stuff on the map. I would not be surprised if we see some major frame issues moving in a little bit further into this game. Okay, so you are all going to be killed off. Okay, okay. Do the Hellborn outrage sentries? Well, they can actually hit that's actually crazy range. Okay, 1 Lancer, world's bravest soldier. He is going to fall down, though, unfortunately. These 2 sentry posts are not going to be able to get anything really done here. Okay, this base is now mined out for Areff. So we are both at 2 mining bases per player. Okay, Hornet is going to fall. Again, when you're in like a resource game like this, I don't know if you can really just afford to throw units away. Even though it's like 1 sentry or 1 lancer or 1 Hornet, it's expensive. Okay, so we're going to get some bombs going over here. The Atlas, he does do good damage, especially with that area effect as well. He got some good stuff going on. Okay, let's go see if we can go back up to speed 2. The Lancers just keep getting dragged into the towers. And again, they're not super expensive. They're 100 Ludamite each. But when you don't have any Ludamite... He literally has no Ludamite mining at the moment. When you have no mining, 100 Ludamite might as well be an infinite amount. Right? Like, that's... I wonder if you just, like, kill off a bunch of your own bobs, right? Just to free up a little bit of supply. Because the supply cap is 300 in Stormgate. There is a chance we do see them hit 300. Again, we won't actually be able to tell directly. But maxed out units, I think, are very possible here. Okay, Dragon's doing a little bit more harassment. We do have 1 Hellborn. It does go down. So we're at, what, 3 Hellborn at the moment. Turrets are getting pushed. These units are just kind of hanging out, having a fun time. One of them is an Atlas. Probably want to maybe use that to kind of push away this way. I'm not too sure. He's got a couple of Magmadons here, not doing too much. But, like, the Bobs, at this point, most of them don't do anything. They're good for repairs, obviously. Again, repairing is free in Stormgate, so you don't need to worry about wasting all of your money and resources on repairs. But that's really their only purpose at the moment. I mean, they can build too, obviously, but you don't need the amount of Bobs he actually has. And the map was split basically perfect. I think perfectly evenly as well. So both sides are going to have the exact same number of resources. Okay, we have a level 5 health camp here. Again, we got to see kind of what the maximum is. Because you're level 4 now. You're at level 3. You're still... No one's actually even touched this speed camp quite yet. I'm surprised by that. That neither Areff nor msrm has actually tried to put a little bit of pressure on this. This will go down, including the Bob that is inside of it. He will be able to take down the Atlas. Okay, no, the Atlas is going to live with about half HP. Vision Camp is going to go down here. Going to get a little bit more energy, get a little bit more resources as well for msrm. And more towers are going to go up. Fantastic. That is a lot of Hornets. So, like, you know, him building the amount of Scourge does make sense. He actually has 6 production buildings for Scourge at the moment. It's quite an amount. Okay, one of them is going to... He actually got that shield off, like, right in time. Actually, very, very impressive. But the Scourge are hitting. The Scourge are apparently area of effect as well, which is absolutely fucking wild. Okay, but they are all going to fall in just a moment. Okay, Fiends are going to come over here. They're going to kill this command post. Not that I think that matters in, like, any capacity whatsoever. It's like, oh no, you've killed my command post. Whatever will we do? Now, okay, there is basically actually an open base right here. msrm probably actually does want to see if he can try to take this. Because now, like, look the Ludamite. Or the Therium, I should say. It is slowly growing. So it would be nice for them to grab that if they possibly can. Okay, so the speed camp is going to fall. Well, maybe. I mean, level 4, these enemies, the Fiends, the creeps are getting a little tanky at this point. They can really start to take a beating. Look at all these guys, man. They have so many Hornets out on the map at the moment. So they're going to go over here. They're going to try to... What's your plan, Mud? Okay, they're going to take down the health camp. I thought they were... But then they started flying by at least a little bit, but okay. Health Camp level 3 is now being killed. Do the creeps actually respawn if they don't actually take the orb? I guess not. You actually need to take the orb if you want the creeps to respawn. Okay, so both sides now are on a single mining base. You need to take... Okay, msrm, you need to take this base. Like, even if it, I mean, again, we don't know how much money, how much loot money he has, so maybe the $350 to build the base here might not be worth it for him. I don't know. Okay, there's a little bit of siege units just kind of shooting back and forth. Okay, dropship does go down. I mean, he's got like a, he can very, very slowly push him with Atlases. Does he only have one? No, he has a second one over here. I don't know why he hasn't, actually he's 3. I don't know why he's not bringing this one forward. I love this sort of like very, very slow push to the center. To try to get to, okay, so now, like what even like trying to deny at this point? Like, obviously you need to push in order to actually, like, kill off your opponent. I'm just surprised he hasn't really built, like, a large army. Like, he's built so many Scourge. Okay, so this speed camp is now gone down. It's crazy, man. Okay, now we can go back up to speed 2. I think this is going to just be a little bit of a slow push. Someone needs to take this base, man. I know there's a couple of fiends here, but it's like somebody needs to go and take that location. Like, am I crazy? I just don't feel like msrm actually has that much. He's got like a couple of like, I don't even know why you're over here, honestly. Like, he's got a bunch of Hellbound just kind of all over the map. Both sides now are completely mined out. We're at 43 minutes. Again, we're at 43 out of 244. We're not even a third of the way done this game yet, which is absolutely wild. So, let's actually go to speed 4 for the moment. So we got a bunch of hordes moving their way down here. This base, it is going to live, at least for a little bit longer. Okay. You're actually going to... Okay, the shield actually is proving its weight in fucking gold at the moment. But like, what's everybody's plan? We've a dragon out on the map. We do have about 750 energy stored up. I wonder, like, again, what do you think the resources are for these players? I wish I could zoom out a little bit more. Unfortunately, I can't. So, resource camp. Oh god, it is so fucking loud. Resource camp's gonna go down there. Oh, we actually have some Spriggans out on the map. Okay. I have not, we haven't actually seen any Spriggans in any of our casted games yet. So they're kind of like a little bit like a harassing unit. I'm not too sure. Let me actually just pause for a second. Okay, so sometimes like this, there we go. Let's just try to reset the speed on these units. I'm not too sure what his idea for the Spriggans are. Like, they're more of a harassment unit. And at this point, like, there's no economy to harass. So what's the plan? I don't really know. Like, we have another dropship here with a couple of Atlases in it. He's going to drop that on the high ground. He's going to push this base. Which, I mean, is fine. I don't even know why you're even pulling them back. There's, like, nothing there that's actually attacking you. Why are you pulling them back? Like, we have a massive Fiend army here. They're going to be able to maybe take down a couple of turrets. Okay, Exo's going to go down. You are still going to be alive. The Horns are going to come in to kind of chase you guys out. Yeah, let's go back up to speed 4. I love this, like, the turret placement here. Look how much, there's so much Therium just sitting here. Does nobody want this beautiful, beautiful Therium? Yeah, so I mean, we're in a kind of funny situation too, where like msrm, because he has the Fiends, he basically has an infinite army, because of the resource camps are going to constantly be respawning, right? Which means you technically have infinite Fiends and infinite money, which is nice for him. I don't know why he's not pushing out more. Areff, like, put your Atlases here. I don't know why you're... There you go. Put him here. You can probably actually you can actually you are level 3. The level 3, level 2. You can just out-repair the damage from the Hellborn. And you only had 2 of them here, too. He didn't have that many. Also, it looks like level 5 is the maximum here. But at some point too, like, you remember, like, you do take damage when you take out the resource camps. Well, the hogs, they also infinitely respawn, so if you can have the hogs soak up some damage, that'd also be pretty good. Okay. So you are also taking out the resource camps. We have a bunch of fiends coming in here. Just do a little bit of damage, get out. But even then, like, they're not really doing that much. I mean, I have to imagine that both players, like, don't have any money anymore. Aside from what they're getting out of the resource camps. Because, like, they're not really building new units. We do have 2 dragons out on the field. We still have the, what is this? We still have, like, the 700, 800 energy for msrm. Yeah, they are both playing very, very conservatively at the moment. Neither of them really wants to be the one to kind of push it. That's a lot of medics. No one really wants to be the one that actually pushes out. Did he lose? Wait, did he lose his No, they're in the dropship. Okay, I was like, are there Atlas is dead? Oh, so you're at level 2. How do you upgrade a unit that doesn't do damage? I guess if you're like, I think there's a proximity effect. We have these 2 dragons. I mean, the dragons are probably the scariest thing on the field right now. Like, these Spriggans have not done anything whatsoever. This base, by the way, it's still open. If somebody wants to go take that base, they're more than able to. Okay, so these dragons, it's just a back and forth in the middle of the map with the dragons here. Okay, so the Hornets are going to be flying. Where are you going to be going, my good friends? Okay, Atlases, they're both level 3. Yeah, you definitely do not want to lose these Atlases. They have, like, really, really good upgrades on them right now. Okay, resource camps are falling. This resource camp, yeah, basically, you've got to farm these camps up. You have no other source of income. So every time these respawn, you have to take them. But right now, we can see Areff has 3 of them. msrm only has 1. So the resources are going to ever so slightly be in the favor of Areff, just because he has more of them. Okay, this is now level 5. You need to start killing this one off. Problem is that you don't want to take, again, damage on your units. That would be bad news for sure. Okay, so we got a minute and a half until these guys are ready to go. We got our dragons. Yeah, they're basically just taking, like, the camps. Go around, take the speed camps, take the health camps. Just take whatever you can. Poke in, do a little bit of damage. Why I say that, but, like, if you're not killing anything, the damage isn't really real, right? Okay, he's actually going to just sell all this stuff, which actually makes perfect sense. Because, basically, Areff is able to sell all of his resources. But the game is still trying to catch up. Okay, so this is going to fall down. This entire natural expansion is gone. Does he actually have any... He actually has no production anymore. He's got a couple of buildings in the middle of the map. He's going to lose his command post. That actually is a bit of a pain in the ass. Does he need it, though, for anything? I don't believe so. I don't think he needs it. At least not for the Hornets, I believe. I think they're good at just a base level 1. Or just having a hangar bay, I should say. I mean, like, right now, Areff is just kind of in this small little corner. Like, he's lost the middle of the map. Still, nobody's decided to take this base. These fiends are just kind of hanging out. Take this Therium base. If you're... Or you know, here's the thing. You can do long-distance mining. Like, you can take all... You see how these imps that are just kind of hanging around doing nothing? Just have them long-distance mine from here. It genuinely might be better. By the way, I can't actually even pause the game. How is there still, like, 2 hours left? I don't... I mean, it has to be, like, everybody's just too scared to push their way in, right? Okay, let's go with the speed. Times 16. Okay, I'm gonna get these resource camps. He's putting a sentry over here as well. He does have 3 dragons. That is a lovely amount of dragons to have. Now, they are healing up in the healing camp. Good to see, good to see. Okay. Oh, he's got 4 dragons. Holy shit. Okay, that is a pretty impressive dragon force. Okay, the game paused itself. I was like wondering, oh, did the replay break? It's like, no. It just took that long for me clicking the pause button to actually, for it to actually kick into the game. For it to realize, like, oh, hey, buddy. You click, oh, 2 dragons go down? Holy shit, that actually is fucking huge. You cannot have 2 dragons go down in this situation. Because, again, the dragons are stupidly expensive. All damage at this point is basically permanent, right? Like, you can kill resource camps. That gives you, I don't even know what level 5 would give you. Let's say generously $400. That's 4 Lancers, right? Like, that's not going to... Yeah, see, look, he's long distance mining. Why don't you long distance mine here? Okay, he's got a couple of Magmadons. He's going to come in here for the stuns. Going to get that speed. He actually... okay. Okay, good. Take the vision camp. Like, the Fiends don't do anything, right? Like, the Fiends can't push in here. What you could do, I mean, with the Fiends, you could send them through the back. Send them through this tree line. You can kill 2 habitats. Like, I know it doesn't seem like much, but... It's still... He has a level 3 Bob. That's actually fucking incredible. Okay, resource camp here is going to fall. Yeah, I think you just take the Fiends and you just take out these 2 habitats. Like, again, it doesn't do that much, but hey, that's 200 Ludamite worth of stuff. These are all, like, max level. Remember, Infernal units, they don't level up. They're as good as they'll ever be when you build them. Whereas, you know, Vanguard, they do get better the longer time goes on here. Oh, he's finally he's taking his expansion. I'm so happy. Oh, the Bob actually is also thinking about taking it as well. That'd be so funny if they decided to share this base. I'm glad they've done it, though. It took longer than I would have liked, but I'm glad they actually did do it. Okay, so we have a bunch of Fiends. These Fiends are basically being here like, hey, your Bobs are not allowed to mine us, okay? Also, here's some air mines here as well. Not too... I mean, I guess they'll be useful against either the Dragons or the Scourge if they ever show up. Okay, resource camp. Here's going to go down. Resource camps. Here's going to go down. I've got a strong feeling the next hour and a half of our lives are just going to be... it's just going to be going back and forth, killing the resource camps, killing the vision camps, killing the health camps, killing basically whatever is actually around here. Now, I can see my own recording timer versus the in-game timer. We have skipped like 27 minutes real time, which is good, because I don't think you'd want to watch it in real time. Yeah, resource camps here go down. It's so fucking fun. Like, this is already almost mined out again. This is so fucking funny. Oh, this base actually is open as well. Okay. Again, some long distance mining would probably be useful. I'm just trying to think, like, what needs to happen? These dragons have to die. Okay, a third one has gone down. With 3 dead dragons, if he can, like, maybe kill the 4th one as well. Okay, no, he's got 2. He rebuilt another one. He does have a lot of energy, so if he ever gets resources for the dragons, he can build a lot of them. Okay, now the sentry's coming out here. But the only reason msrm is even in the game anymore is because of these dragons. If you can get the dragons killed out, the Fiends at this point cannot kill a level 5 camp. Like, that's just not going to happen. Yeah, we got a little bit of long distance mining here. What's your plan, buddy? What's the plan? Okay, we got some tower pushing in the middle of the map. He's actually going to send out his entire army out here now. Going to clean up a few turrets. I think he did lose a handful of units, but not like too crazy. Okay, speed camp is going to fall once again. And he's got the Spriggans too. Okay, he did take one of the resource camps. This is wild. We're okay. We're making good progress. Remember when I said at the beginning of this, I would only do it on like ×2 speed? That was silly. The whole thing is now on ×16 speed. Well, I say that. This is definitely not 1 Mississippi, 2 Miss. It's not 16 times speed. It says it's 16 times speed. But it's actually I think it's more like 4 times speed at the moment. Can I fix this by doing yeah, it's definitely not 16 times speed. It's only like 4x. So we have some more base coming in here in the middle. Unless the timer is just like not actually correct at this point, which I mean is a possibility. Like that's not impossible. Like what? I don't even know what what do you even do? Okay, he's coming in here with the fiends. Okay, he's going to come up here with a sneak attack. Going to get 2 of these killed off. I mean, yeah, killing off those 2 habitats is really, genuinely, probably the best you can actually hope to get here. Okay, I think the game actually is running a little bit faster now. Now that more units are just like dying off, it allows the game to run a little bit quicker, which is nice to see. So many fucking hornets, man. Okay, he's got 3 dragons. But, like, the army just cannot actually engage with one another. Like, it's just not possible. So they go in, they attack, and they come back and they heal. They go out, they attack, they come back to heal. For msrm, he goes out, he attacks, he comes back, heals at the health camp. And gets his white health back. Like, there is no real damage being done on either side. They're basically just going back and forth trying to pick off these resource camps when they actually spawn in. That's it. It's a race for the resource camps. He actually has a couple of hedgehogs here. Using them for some anti-air against the dragons. He's what? Back up to 4? If you got, I mean, I think you just buy as many dragons as you can possibly afford. If you can get like 6, 7, 8, 100 of them, I think that would be quite nice. Okay. Does do some flame on imps. That's good. Like, I think you... Okay, I think you just lost 2 dragons there. Not ideal. To say the least. You can't just afford to throw out the dragons. They're so fucking expensive. You can't do it. I'm just going to take a quick sip of my drink here because I'm getting a little parched. Ugh, delicious, delicious. There are level 3 atlases on the map. That's wild. That's so much extra damage coming out of them. I mean, we're actually seeing some damage here. Like, this has now been cleaned off. He's putting, I guess he's putting some turrets here as well. And there's just like a whole base here. I guess these actually now... There is therium on the map again. If you were to throw in just like the grinder, like right here, you can get like a decent source of therium. But my guess is that they have a ton of therium in the bank that they cannot spend because they need the lutamite. That's probably why they're not as worried about getting these resources here. Okay, more damage is coming in, more damage coming in. A lot of the Scourge are flying in here, getting some damage done, but I think most of them, I don't even know if they actually did that much. He's got a lot of Fiends, but the Fiends don't do anything at this point in the game, right? More Fiends have gone down. You should come down here. You should just kill the health camp. Get a little bit more resources that way. He's now killing off a little bit of the production, which is nice, but again... If you don't have any money, you don't have any production. He's got so many fucking Scourge, man. Like, at this point, like, he has so much Scourge. If he kills a dragon, he can probably just go in with a ground army. Because this, it doesn't do anything against ground. Like, at all. Okay. Shit's crazy, man. What are we even doing here? This health camp slowly healing up his dragons. He's back up to 3. Is there a limit on dragons? Because if there isn't, I don't see why you would not just try to get like 10 of them. Okay, damage is still coming in. Okay. Speed camp here's been killed off. I think you should just build a grinder anyway. If you're doing this long distance mining, you might as well just build a grinder. Yeah, I think he only has like... Does he only have like 5 bobs right now? It's not a... he doesn't got a lot, to say the least. Okay, Atlas is coming in here, is doing a little bit of Atlas drops. He's got his hedgehogs over here, just prepared to do a little bit of anti-air damage if need be. Trying, like, where do you hit? He's got one Hellborn over here. He's got his Megalodons and his Fiend army on this side. He's back up to 4 dragons. Okay. Okay. But, like, the 4 dragons cannot fight this amount of hornets. Like, you need to go back. You need to go find a health camp, my man. You guys are, like, half HP. Okay. Atlas is, again, they're slowly pushing their way in. Taking out some buildings here. We got another resource camp. But now he doesn't have enough towers. I don't think he can actually even deal with this level 5 resource camp. If anything, it makes sense, I think, even for Areff to try to take these resource camps for himself. Okay. It's every time. It's so loud. I don't think it's affected by the volume at all. Okay, so he's got 2 resource camps here. Gonna take 1. Flame imps come in, do a little bit of damage. But, again, not really that much to write home about. Okay. Health camp comes down. Like, he's got, like, a good fiend count. Like, what do you do with that, right? Like, you can't push here. You definitely can't push here. Can't push here. Can't push here. So, like, I think you can, like, maybe... But I don't even know. I don't even know what the fiends could possibly fucking do for you right now. Now, you can see the Hornet count is starting to go down. But, like, I think they're all max level at this point. Okay, maybe, not all of them, but most of them are, like, maxed out. They are very, very strong. We're up to 5 dragons here for msrm. Where are you going, my man? It's so hard to keep up with these dragons. They go so fast. They go so fast! Okay, post here is almost done. I wonder if you just sell buildings back here. Like, do you think he needs all these habitats? Does it, like, okay, does the supply cap matter if you don't have enough supplies? Does that matter if you can't afford to build units? Maybe just sell some of this stuff. Like, do you need this anymore? You could probably sell that. That's like $100. Every little bit, I think, does matter here. Okay, more turrets going down. I do think Areff has it. Like, his Hornet fleet cannot be engaged with directly. The Atlas drops are... Okay, another dragon goes down. The Atlas drops are slowly killing off his buildings. Like, it just... yeah, okay, he did sell that one off. Good, 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 good. Look at all these. There's actually like so much theory on the map at this point. These 2 units are basically inert, not going to do anything. I like how the it's so fucking funny that the repair turrets here actually repair these buildings further up to before they're actually completed. That's very interesting. I wonder if actually if it would be a strategy maybe to build a sentry with a repair thing in near a base that's being built that's in a contested zone. You know what I mean? Like, let's say theoretically, I want to take this base. I throw down a sentry with the bob in it while also building the command post, just so, like, if they try to attack into it, it'll be repaired at the same time. Because usually you can't. You normally in games can't repair buildings that are being built, because the amount of HP they have is usually it's kind of, I have been disconnected. Well, I have been disconnected. You know why I've been disconnected? I've been disconnected because this is the end of the beta. The game is still going on in the background though, which is very fun and funny. I'm a little disappointed now that I mean, you can kind of see on the minimap that things are still happening. It's a little disappointing. Okay, I kind of just want to see. Okay, so dragons are going down here. I'm trying to see how much time's on this map. On this, it's a little blurry. If I click OK, it's going to disconnect me from the game. So I just want to keep seeing. Okay. They got their atlas. I mean, he's slow. Yeah, it looks like Areff is going to end up winning this game. Do I even upload the video anymore if it's not actually going to get finished? That is so disappointing. Okay, dragons are coming in here. One of them is going to go down again. Resource camps. Here comes a little scourge. Trying to see on the mini map. We'll see what's going on. We got you can see the big flying army around here. Can't see what time it is. I think there's like 15 minutes left in game. But they're still flying around. You know, taking all the resource camps and stuff. I think Areff has it. I think Areff has it at this point. But I don't want to click this button. I at least want to see. I want to know! How disappointing. If you see the big army over here, are they going to engage? I think it's hard to say. I think Areff could just push into this. I think you could just kill it. Okay. Got his dragons here. I think that's 23. I think there's still 20 minutes of the game left. Of just him slowly pushing his way in. We can see there's some damage going on into the main base. I think he did lose a handful of his hornets there, unfortunately. Dragons flying up and around. He's got 3 dragons at the moment. But yeah, like, you just can't push this. This is basically invulnerable. Like, with what msrm has, this is invulnerable. He's got a couple of fiends. He's got his fiends coming in here. Okay, he's actually doing decent damage with the fiends, but they're going to get pushed out regardless. Okay, dragon was almost dead. Not quite, but he did almost die. Hello, hornets. What's your plan? I think you just, like, push in, man. Okay, resource camp. Dragons are here. I think we're at 27. I'm gonna. If you've watched this far, you're gonna watch the rest of this with me. We're just gonna sit in here. At least we're on like a decent screen, right? Like there's worse regions that we could have been looking at when the game disconnected. Look at this. Look at this is a patroller guy. A couple of fiends trying to come in here, do a little bit more damage. Taking a resource camps again. Whoop, 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 whoop. Meow. Oh, the atlases! Okay, no, they both did live. They both lived. They both lived. Losing the atlases would be horrible for Areff. Okay, resource camp Peter's going to go down once again for Areff. You can push, man. There's no way. But it's like that's a problem when you're in this like situation, right? It's like everything is so precious that you can't really afford to throw anything away, like at all. You can't afford it. You can't afford it. You're flying around, probably trying to take out some health camps. I mean, there's no camps really on the map for this kind of dragon storm to be looking at. think these are the hedgehogs looking for some damage. He's like hiding on the very, very far edge of the map. Okay, here they come. I'm going to get the resource camp again. And I think we're now into like the last 10 minutes. We're so close. We're so close. A timer. Yeah, okay. I think it's going well. It's going well. If you could just... Okay, so he's back at the health camp down here. We can see the Hornets are trying to do some damage. This destroying buildings in the main base. I'm assuming at some point somebody's going to surrender, right? They're not going to wait until you like kill every single building. Like what's actually required for the actual victory condition of the game is to kill all buildings. Okay, Hornets coming back in here, doing some damage. I mean, it's just poking back and forth. Got so many Scourge too. I mean, if he loses, imagine if he lost a dropship with the 2 Atlases in it. That'd be so bad. That'd be so bad for him. Okay, he's now surrounded the entire map in Shroud. That's for a minute? Yeah, it's for like 60 seconds. I don't know really what that's going to accomplish for you. I don't think it grants you vision, right? It just gives you, allows you to have like white health anywhere on the map. But actually, it's a little funny in Infernal vs. Infernal. If you do the Shroud everywhere, it also heals up your opponent's units as well. So it's not actually like that useful in IVI runs. But, you know, against Vanguard, of course. That is a shit ton of Fiends, man. And I think that's it. I think he doesn't have an army anymore. We see that msrm has left the game. Areff has succeeded in the 2-hour and 44-minute match. Absolutely incredible. But thanks for watching. I apologize for the last little bit being on this disconnected screen. Nothing I can do about that. But thanks for watching. And this will be like the final Stormgate cast we do, at least until the next time either the beta is open or maybe even early access. Depends on when I'm actually allowed to record content. But we'll see. Until then, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. And we're probably going to do some like StarCraft and stuff in the meantime. So tune around for that. Have a good day and goodbye.